What have you got stashed in here, Mrs. Cottontail?
Those miners in Silver Glen dang near lost their minds about the rot. But I eat carrots all day and I'm just fine.
With a behind like mine, who needs a pretty face? That temple's older than sin itself, but humans never seem to lose interest in it.
Wow, we meet again. I was hoping we might have the pleasure. Didn't I already tell you? I like to keep things in check. Make sure everything's in its place. A more interesting question is what you are doing here, my strange friend. Did you find what you were seeking since last we met?
The mysterious stranger seems to smile. Or is it a grimace? You can't quite tell. He gazes at you without blinking for several long moments.
Okay.
What have you got stashed in here, Mrs. Cottontail?
Have you been to the Cave of Portals? I heard it's haunted by an undead you, but that's only talk amongst us whitetails.
Decent dugongs, you nearly startled me out of my boots.
It's awfully boring in here without the proper magic. Then things really get moving. Or should I say, stomping.
There's a portal on that segregated chamber.
Shouldn't be too much trouble to reach, should it? What's this? I found something.
You dare disturb the Queen of Wool! Fleeced my flocks will come, bleating will they destroy you, and may their fine fluff smother you to hell itself. The sovereign of the ovine hordes need not answer your every query. Begone with you, or I'll send you the way of my corpse into parts mysterious and vile. I sent that mouldering nuisance into the darkest wood of all, where such filth is welcome. If you be as fascinated by haunted trees and strange floating words as was my body, I suggest you make your way to the Phantom Forest too. Don't tell me you've got a penchant for stardust too. Reeking fools are all alike. Just you wait. Armies of faithful flocks are waiting to attend my every whim. They'll make short work of you, intruder. All the better! The regiment of rams will be here any moment.
you must be to have made it to this place of forgotten knowledge. Can you not see the essence of the goddess about me? I am the eternal Immaculate Spirit, guardian of the goddess's good news. I guard these 3 eternal tomes of wisdom, proclaimed too powerful for the average student. The Immaculates of old sealed their knowledge within this maze, and only they who could prove clever enough to find them would be permitted to access their secrets. And now you have managed to pry open this tomb of knowledge. You are entitled to one of these arcane books, but only one, traveler. Choose wisely.
In the corner thinks it's so smart with its fancy riddles and such. Well, I won't be bested. The answer is 2.
Does anything seem different now?
So, you know zigzags too. What a small world we live in.
What's this? I found something.
The moment when my mysteries shall be revealed to the fiend who seeks to open me. If the Wicked One can recall the right digits, that is. What is the first digit?
lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all that even the gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us, like infinity, or the finality of tick-tocking time.
Noted. The second digit? Noted. The third digit? Noted. The fourth digit? Damnation! Devilry! Demonry! You've succeeded! My treasure, it is by right yours. And I'll be naught but an empty chest. Take what you will and be done with it.
You and Zandalor have always been close, I. Pray tell, did you know anything about his affair at the King Crab?
Come now. Do you really think he'd let me in on it in advance if he'd been planning an affair with your sister?
How can I tell? Maybe you taught him a thing or two about slinking around in between shadows.
If that were true, Ikara, he wouldn't have been murdered, resurrected, and pursued by the bringer of the apocalypse as a result, now would he?
Ha, true enough.
Our heroes have chosen 5 vessels for their return. Mere humans, I'd have said but a little while ago, and yet they managed to bring us together across space and time.
Space, time, and a frigid prison wasteland.
Now that you mention it, what did you do to Leandra to earn her icy ire, Ikara?
Leandra and I have had our differences, but she herself would never have sent me to that frozen hell. Something or someone has taken hold of her. I'm sure of it.
So this tapestry represents all of time. One wouldn't think time itself would include so many threads dangling temptingly where any claw could reach it.
Look alive, Madam Weaver. Our friend Ahu here is no better than the void when his instincts overcome him.
Clawing at time and void. He wouldn't, would he?
Sweet relief.
It's a time, hey, my friends? Into the fray once more. As good as a new penny. Time, hey, my friends?
store. Stitch of time, hey, my friends?
I needed that.
Bless the seven I have restored.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends? I feel better
Halt,
already.
trespasser! The hallowed village of Sacred Stone is hardly open to lost ones of every make and kind. What proof have you of your devotion to the conduit, to the goddess, to the one way? Present your immaculate amulet if you are a friend to our cause. Welcome, compatriot, fellow, friend. Enjoy your stay at the most enlightened village in all of Riverlawn. Goddess's bounty guides you, compatriot, but a word of advice. Don't disturb Lady Attenborough if you can avoid it. Our lady is most particular indeed.
Oh, what do I care about such nonsense anyway? I never saw them fight so much as Cole. They're Riverlawn's most yellow-bellied chickens.
Reminds me of a song I know. The imps are out a-running, the moon is full and bright. There's squeals and wails and tremors on music in the night.
Hey, I know that. Crystal snows can twinkle, blizzards shake and turn. But so long as imps flee from me, my heart will blaze and
It's locked.
burn.
Well, colour me a simple
Source Hunters! This is it! Sacred Stone, the seat of Attenborough. This must be where the Dark One has taken Jarrett. We must be stealthy. If Jarrett was taken by surprise, there is no telling what sort of subtle evil might find us here.
Hearing him, killing him, sticking him, bleeding him, smashing him, bashing him, chopping him, popping him, dropping him. Hail, friend! Don't be shy. Sing along. Yeehaw! Oh, hearing him, killing him, sticking him. Iberheim, of course. Dunno how you managed to avoid conscription. Most every Thaddeus, Rich, and Gwen I know is there still. Allergic to the cold, are you? That's a question for a more learned mind than mine. It ain't on any map you'll find, and that road there, well, there ain't any road. A little of this, a little of that. A few dead imps, a royal prisoner or four, not to mention the conduit herself, presiding from on high. The frost may have taken my pinky toe, but I'd cut the other off myself if I'd get to relive it all. Painted a rosy enough picture for you, have I? Dying to pull up your ski socks and dive right in? Well, I can tell you this much. Our regiment got through by way of the White Witch's own cabin, if you can believe that. The rift runner ought to be there still, and a rift's the only way in.
So wager, what would it be? Hearing him, killing him, sticking him, bleeding him, smashing him.
Money bags, ready to empty those pockets.
Imbecile! Was your father a drunken hog? That's no way to greet a customer!
Sorry, boss. Sorry. Won't happen again. Hello? Valiant hero? How can I help you?
Talk to me apprentice if you wish to browse the wares. That nincompoop needs the practice. Do you hear that, you boob? You need the practice!
Greetings! Feel free to browse our wares. Highest quality equipment at the lowest prices, you know. That's right! How do you think I'm doing? I'm starting to get the hang of the operation, but my master's a tough bloke to please. Yes, but not nearly so irritable as some of my kinfolk. I've embraced the goddess, and along with her, proper civilization. And here I thought you were one of us. Well, stick around long enough, and you'll be put to good use, that's for certain. This here's an immaculate village, see? Sacred Stone by name. A place where every devotee of the goddess, orc, goblin, and man alike can seek enlightenment and honor immaculate practices away from prying eyes. Plenty! Tenebrium is one of the goddess's many gifts to her children. My master's teaching me how to craft the stuff into the most powerful weapons yet known in Riverland. You small, squishy human types gotta be extra careful, though. The goddess gift comes with a bit of a special kick for your kind. Not the easiest audience, that's for sure. But when it comes to handling the goddess's gift, one's gotta have the highest standards. After all, he's only hit me 3 or 4 times. I think he likes me.
pranked! Make yourself useful!
Yes, sir. What shall I do?
If you have to ask, you'll never know. Right? Make yourself useful!
Yes, sir. What shall I do?
If you have to ask, you'll never know.
This dimension is a bore. Where are the volcanoes? The ice
This dimension
forests?
is a bore. Where are the volcanoes? The ice forests?
You've got to help me.
Oh, I don't know.
That
I
maniac
suppose 12
is
imps
after
would
me.
get a free throw in, but I think Shambino could shake 'em
By the
off soon
seven!
enough.
Who was
A
that?
few blows,
She killed that
they get
man
those
without so much as
scrappy fists
blinking.
a-blazing and
Then she'd
taking down
probably
in a
do
matter
worse
of
to us if
minutes.
we crossed her.
Oaks are strong, but they're slow as...
I spotted something.
Well, you know what they say. A watched Attenborough never goes on a murderous
Gonna be
rampage.
a simpleton. Your singing voice...
Careful now, squishy. I doubt Lady Attenborough's in any mood to deal with intruders after losing her apprentice in that little, accident. Oh, come on. Take a single look at this molten fearmaker I call my arm. I'm Lady Attenborough's bodyguard, of course. Though I'm not sure she needs much more than her own two hands to take down anyone who so much as sneezes in her presence. That burn mark that used to be her apprentice must be the third in as many weeks. If she isn't the most powerful geomancer in your realm, I'll eat a water nymph's shoe. Attenborough wrenched that tenebrium she's got from the mountain with a flick of her wrist, and she seems totally immune to that disease, that rot that seems to lay your kind so low. Well, I'll tell you this much. If I came upon a cult as intent on sacrificing elementals as this lot is on humans, I wouldn't be poking my nose into the head honcho's workshop. Your kind certainly don't take to it, that's for certain. Without special training techniques, humans will drop dead shortly after touching the stuff. Attenborough said there's a chap in Silverglen. Brandon, was he called? Yeah, anyhow, I guess he's training folks to handle the stuff without getting sick. She calls it an abomination of the goddess's name. Knowing her, she'll have that Brandon's head on a pike for messing with her precious poisonous rocks. Take care now, and don't go pestering Lady Attenborough, huh? No need to stir the badger's den. You'll turn the whole town against you while you're at it.
Whoa there, Hartford. You're not planning on barging into Lady Attenborough's workshop, are you? She's a woman of inscrutable standards, and hardly a wisp of patience. Well, isn't it obvious? An eternal and steadfast glacier like myself is the ultimate in protection. Lady Attenborough summoned me, and Coalface over there, to serve as her own personal bodyguards, though she don't seem to have much of a problem defending herself, do she? Strong as an ox, nutty as a squirrel, and holds this whole village in her right hand to boot. We've been hired to fight for her, and fight we will. But standing guard outside these doors is like having a front row seat to watch the goings-on of a loony bin after dark. Well, I'll tell you this much. If I came upon a cult as intent on sacrificing elementals as this lot is on humans, I wouldn't be poking my nose into the head honcho's workshop. Your kind certainly don't take to it, that's for certain. Without special training techniques, humans will drop dead shortly after touching the stuff. Attenborough said there's a bloke in Silverglen. Brandon, was he called? Anyhow, I guess he's training folks to handle the stuff without getting sick. She calls it an abomination of the goddess's bane. Knowing her, she'll have that brat. Take care now, and don't go pest.
I just know my slips would burn through the competition. Whoops.
Halt! Before you'll be permitted into my workshop, you'll have to prove yourself more capable than that corpse I once called my apprentice. Tell me, if you too destroyed one of my precious stones, what could you possibly say to save your life? To remember your place. The idiot apprentice I just sent back to his maker utterly forgot his. Enter then, if you will.
Excuse me, I've got to concentrate, or Lady Attenborough will sense my mind is straying.
Easy. If I'm caught away from work, Lady Attenborough will send me behind the waterfall.
Make it quick now. Just because I am gracious enough to tolerate your presence here doesn't mean you're entitled to my time. Ha! What a question! I'm the custodian of Sacred Stone, its chief executive, and its link to the conduit herself. Yes, the conduit speaks to me, her elected disciple, and I share her will with the people of our village. Now that you know to whom you speak, perhaps you'll tread more lightly in my presence. The goddess is chosen, those worthy of the purifying blood. I certainly hope you've made it through her trials with our most useful abbot, Loic. It's not too late for you to join the goddess's fold, you know. It was she who saved the first miners from the rot. She who demonstrated that blood stone, fueled by the sacrifice of a lost one, could cure any ailment. She, the original Immaculate, and our conduit to the goddess. has spread the good news all around the realm. In her wake, humans, orcs, and goblins alike stand united by the Immaculate Way. A volatile material, yes. We humans are especially vulnerable to the sickness it contains. Rot, the goddess bane itself. But though this holy substance make us ill, we need look no further than Bloodstone, the goddess's boon for salvation. That fool couldn't be trusted with a rubber ball, much less a relic as precious as Bloodstone. He proved himself unworthy, a lost one through and through. In a word, expendable. Do I look like to you a woman interested in haggling over pennies? I've 1,000 matters more pressing to attend to than providing you with equipment. But the great and generous Attenborough might be gracious enough to offer you a moment or two. Ready, are you? Before you go, answer me this. Can you think of a single reason why I ought not to crush you flat before you so much as take a step in the direction of the door? quickly then, before I start to picture how you'll look on the bottom of my boot soles. Jarrett is here somewhere, Source Hunter. Hidden in this blood village of hers.
Woolgraf embraces Bear Dog. Whatever comes next, you'll stand by your side.
Reminds me of a song I know. The imps are out a-running, the moon is full and bright. There's squeals and wails and tremors on music in the night. Hey, I know that.
This place is an inferno. Much better.
I just know my nonsense would burn through the competition.
Well, colour me a simpleton.
Whoops.
You're
Cooler heads prevail, as they say.
Oh, shucks. You think so? My mom. She's got a mighty fine hair on her.
Let's hear another. What'd you say?
This dimension is a ball. Where are the volcanoes, the ice forests?
Well, you know what they say. A watched Attenborough never goes on a murderous rampage.
Well, colour me a simpleton. Your singing voice is as sweet as honey wine.
Oh, shucks. You think so? My mom.
Enjoy your stay in Sacred Stone, compatriot. May the goddess guide you.
Psst. Killing that chicken was child's play. I'm ready to find out what other lost ones we can sacrifice.
Pay attention! If we follow the enlightened path, we can save ourselves from becoming lost ones.
Pay attention. If we follow the enlightened path, we can save ourselves from becoming lost ones.
Shh! An enlightened one is speaking. You don't want him to think you're lost, do you?
Pay attention. If we follow the...
Welcome, curious soul. Please, remain among we followers of the Immaculate Way and learn the teachings of the goddess. Where once you were lost, now you are found. We are disciples of the goddess and soldiers of the greater good. We seek to raise ourselves from among the lost, to become enlightened by the teachings of the goddess as delivered to us through our holy conduit. We live in harmony with the Tenebrium, at one with its curses and its blessings. The enlightened may be permitted to draw the energy, the lifeblood from these lesser souls, an honor for the lost one. The link between we mortals and the almighty goddess. It was she who showed us how to transform Starstone, that seemingly vapid gem, into precious, life-giving bloodstone. It was she who showed us how to use the blood of the sacrificed to create healing magic. She dwells in the Tenebrium mines now, along with those deemed enlightened enough to defend the goddess upon her return to Rivellon. Yes, bringer of rot, the goddess's bane. Miners in Silverglen uncovered this strange mineral only recently. It was this discovery that brought the conduit from on high to us souls willing to receive her. Most feared illness, but most blessed gift. The conduit came to those miners afflicted with the terrible disease and offered them salvation, showed them that by sacrificing the lost among them in the name of the greater good, they could cure even the most hopeless case of rot. Our most precious relic. We obtain holy bloodstone by first securing a shard of starstone. The sacrifice of a lost one over this simple gem transforms it into a jewel capable of miraculously healing one laid low by sickness or injury. Before the conduit came, Starstone was little more than a pretty gemstone used for pure adornment. Fools were we not to realize that the stone came from the goddess herself. Fools were we to adorn our statues, our swords, our jewelry with a material capable of becoming bloodstone. Now, note that the goblin's blood runs red, nearly identical to a man's. The volume of the blood can cause quite a mess, as you can imagine. So we're careful to perform the sacrifice within our specialized chambers only. These chambers are designed not only to collect wayward fluids, but also to muffle any unsavory noises produced by defiant lost ones.
I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.